So in the last video, I had a couple of goals I stated for this trip. Make friends, network with Origin, and get a potential interview with Jocko. And I'm actually pretty proud to say that I accomplished all three of those goals. It's not often that I am successful with all of my goals in one trip. So accomplishing these three goals, the first one is easy, make friends. It's not a hard thing to do, especially when you're going somewhere where everyone is interested in the same thing you're interested in. The second one, networking. That was not difficult because I'm very skilled at what I do. But the third one, getting that interview with Jocko was pretty tough because we kind of got the interview at the 11th hour and or the 25th hour, whatever hour it is, that cutting it close to the end of the trip. So I leave the hotel to get picked up back at the airport baggage claim area because that's where the shuttles are to pick you up and take you to the camp. And when you get there, everyone's a stranger, but you all know you're there for the same reason. So it's a little awkward. Like, it kind of feels like the first day at school when you don't know anybody, but you're kind of excited because it's a new adventure, new chapter in the life. You're also greeted by Origin staff and Camp Laurel staff. They're going to be helping you get familiar with the area. The drive there, obviously you get to see Maine, and it is a very beautiful place. The architecture everywhere, it just feels like you're in a movie in one of those small towns. Very unique to see on the way to the actual camp. And when you get to the camp, like I said, you tag your bag and they take your bags to your cabin, and you basically get there and everything's set up already waiting for you to unpack. So that was pretty convenient. It allows you to kind of walk around the camp a bit and get familiar with the area. I do want to start off with my advice for future campers who take this trip in the future. I did not need these laundry mesh bags that I bought because I was assuming, I'd buy these so I could keep my gis separate from everybody else's when they do the laundry, because they wash your gis throughout the week. They wash them daily, and they give you a mesh laundry bag for you to put your gi in, and then you put your name on this card inside of the bag. And I don't know how they keep them together. I don't know what their system is for the laundry, but they made it work. So this was definitely not needed, even though I did buy them in case I would need them. Another thing is, after they finish your laundry and they give you your gi back, they give it back to you in a plastic bag. That's when you'll know it's clean. It's in a plastic bag with that same card on it. Keep the plastic bags that they give you, because you can use those to put at the end of your trip, to put your dirty clothes back in. And especially because they only wash your gis. They do not wash your clothes. It's gis only. So keep those plastic bags, get a bunch of air fresheners, line up your dirty, stinky clothes with the air fresheners, and then put them in that plastic bag. I already had other plastic bags, but the bigger ones were way more helpful. Another thing to consider too that I thought was very helpful, I'll definitely do this next time, is to bring a collapsible bucket or tray to actually put your clothes in and wash them, or put them in water with soap, some kind of detergent-ish substitute. There was two guys in my cabin who had gone to the camps previously, so they already had kind of a leg up on other things to do. Anyways, yeah, one of them brought a collapsible tray, and he would just put his clothes in there after the day and put some soap or some kind of detergent in there so that he could then hang it on a rack the next day and then just let it air dry. So that's something I am definitely going to do next time. And probably one of the most helpful things I think you can do when you meet all the people in your cabin, exchange numbers or exchange Instagrams or Twitter or whatever you want to exchange, and start a group chat immediately. This will definitely help, because there will be times where they'll announce something in the camp and maybe you're not there, or you're the only one there from your cabin, and you can update everybody in your group chat about certain things happening or certain things maybe being canceled, and everyone in your group will be aware because it's in the group chat. The first thing you get obviously is a gift bag. In the gift bag is the Origin Jiu Jitsu Immersion Camp shirt. You also get your gi, which is great. It's a white gi, very clean. And it comes in a bag, this Origin gift bag. In the bag, you also get a lot of other cool things. One of the really cool things they give you is this notepad that has a leather case for it, and it comes with a number 2 pencil. It just has this very vintage look to it. Kind of feels like you're ready to go on an adventure and take notes on your adventure. The other thing I thought was really cool is they use the leftover gi material to actually make these sacks for your soap. They provide you with a brick of soap. I did come with defense soap prepared already. I just think it's clever that they don't let anything go to waste. Obviously the leather, whatever leather they have left over, they find a purpose for it. You know, the belts, boots, wallets, these notepads with leather casings to them. They just, I also bought a mouse pad, a leather mouse pad, which I like a lot, but it's the same with the gi material. They make the dragon sack. Now I have this soap sack. So it's cool how they really make use of everything. Probably the most powerful thing they give you in the gift bag is this Jocko Joint Warfare, which is supplements to help support joint health, cartilage support, and promotes joint comfort, which if you do jiu-jitsu or just any martial art, you know there's a lot of wear and tear on your body, so I'll definitely be making use of these. Time operates very strangely at the camp. 2 days felt like an entire week, and by the end of the camp, I felt like I was there for an entire month. It kind of reminded me of Dragon Ball Z when Vegeta and Trunks go into that time capsule and they're only there for what, like a couple days, I think. But when they come out, it's like they've been in there for years. Like I said, you get there and everyone's a stranger to you, but you become friends real quick and it feels like you go through a lot in that short amount of time.
What else you guys doing? Scares them? It's kind of stupid, but they don't like, I'm not falling for that trick. I'm just messing with their mind, okay? If they want to grab my leg, I might be in trouble. Okay? Well, probably not, but I might be. Okay? So watch this, ready? Put your foot here. Oh! Okay, bye. All right, ready? All right, calm down. I know it's gonna be so hard.
I had a setup with my bunk. I took the top bunk and I used the bottom bunk to take naps in between lessons or after lunch or after dinner, whatever it was, because the amount of training you do there is exhausting. So a nap definitely does help, and having a designated napping area will definitely help you recover to train again quicker. But it does make the time feel like it is so slow. You just wake up and you're like, I've been here forever. And if you check off on the itinerary list each day, as each class goes by, as each lunch goes by, it kind of just really helps you keep track of what you're doing next and how much time you have left. The camp feels more like a village. It feels like a jiu-jitsu village. You're there, everyone knows each other, like everyone gets to know each other real quick. So you're walking around and everyone just knows each other. It just feels like you're in a small town where everyone knows everyone, which is really cool.
If you're here, you already got bit by the bug of jiu-jitsu, or at least you're a fan of Jocko, that's Origin. Yeah. But it's definitely everything that this guy, which is really one of the best representatives of the sport of jiu-jitsu ever, is Jocko Willink. Not just because he's a hero, not just because this guy's legit. I can't say that I know him pretty well, but there's things that I know are off character. He's a legit as you can be. And what he talks about the sport is what it is. We all know exactly what I'm saying is this is therapy, guys. 5% of people do this for sport. Micro percentage go to levels of this, as you're seeing right now. But we know that this is the new therapy. I'm telling you that this is the new yoga for tough people. That's what it is. When people can handle the pressure, that's the new yoga. That's what it is.
I mean, yogi stuff, we can do yoga.
But enough say here right now, guys. Let's go stand up. Pray in the coach's help.
There's also the Origin Pro Shop there. They have tailors there to tailor your gi or your jeans to fit you if you buy things from the shop. And if they don't fit quite right, you could get them tailored to fit you. So that was super convenient. The two women there that were just tailoring everything, or a couple of saints. They were just angels. Also, they really take care of you as far as eating. When you eat, there's 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, dinner. I only ate the lunch and dinner, never woke up in time for breakfast. But each day there was like a different meal. Obviously they have the lobster dinner, I think the second day I was there. But each meal is just so well prepared and very delicious. So you're definitely gonna eat very well while you're there. They also had late at night, I guess I would call it the midnight snack time, even though it kind of starts at around 9 o'clock. For me, cocoa milk and a Jocko cookie, or a Jocko chocolate MOLK, and a regular cookie. That was my go-to snacks The Origin tour was really cool. They have a shop right around the corner from their gi factory. Unfortunately, I missed the boot factory because I was at the shop and the bus took off without me. But I caught the next bus and was also able to catch the Jocko Fuel Distribution Center.
Excited to have y'all here. Dennis, John, they're gonna kind of show you through, but Jocko wanted to say a few words real quick before we get this thing kicked off. Hey, what up? Isn't it strange to sit here thinking that a few hundred years ago, people came over this country, this was their country, and they came over this land and decided they wanted to live free and do it their own way and build it the way they wanted it. That's America right there. That's where we came from. And maybe a decade ago, the decision was made, we're gonna bring manufacturing back to America. That's what we're gonna do. And here it is. Went from a few employees now to almost 500 employees. And just like America's not one person, it's not the dream of George Washington. George Washington didn't make America. Didn't make America alone. It wasn't George Washington. It was the people. It was them. It was you over there, the working people that make this happen. It's all of you. Everyone that's wearing something or working right now, you're making this dream live. It's you. So, first of all, thanks to all of you that are getting after it. And thanks to all of you for supporting what we're doing. This isn't my dream. This isn't Pete's dream. This is our dream. And yes, this is the American dream. Let's fucking go.
The weather was pretty much perfect the whole time I was there. It only rained one day and it was the last day that I was there. So thankfully it worked out that way. Another thing too is that the pro shop, basically everything goes on sale. The majority of things go on sale and everything is just super cheap. So it becomes like Black Friday in the pro shop. The only thing is that most of the things will have been bought by then. So most of the sizes you'll find there are either extra small or 2XL or XXL. So you have to really dig deep and find your size before someone else does. But they do have everything on sale the last day. They also include free shipping, so if all your stuff doesn't fit in your luggage to go back home, they will ship it for you for free, which was a great service, so I really appreciate that. They also had a special guest on the last day there, which was Bo Nickel. I would have loved to have caught that, but I was kind of busy trying to pack to leave the next day. Packing is definitely going to take up a good chunk of your time. So make sure you give yourself enough time to pack, also so that you know if you're going to have enough room for the things you may have bought there, because the shop closes every day at 4. So if you want your stuff to be shipped out back to you, you have to get to the shop before 4 o'clock. And obviously you're gonna get up early if you have to take the shuttle buses back to the airport. So pack up the day before so you can get up early and not stress about it. I think I had probably the best cabin mates that you could have ever have had at any Origin camp ever, now or in the future. I think we built a camaraderie pretty fast, and the dynamic between all of us was perfect. It felt like a sitcom. Our cabin was like the sitcom of the Origin Immersion Camp. I mean, one guy, we definitely had to have some kind of intervention for him because he was just addicted to the Jocko MOLK drinks. He was going for some kind of record within the week to drink as many MOLKs as possible. And he hit something like over 60 MOLKs. And one day we just walked in and he was just sitting on the floor like some kind of junkie, surrounded by MOLK.
Jocko MOLK will make all of your problems seem like less of problems.
Oh God!
He was also the only black belt, and he had been to the camp the year before. So I think the only appropriate name for this guy would be Johnny Jocko MOLK Kenny. Shout out to that guy. He was one of the chillest guys at the camp. Shout out to you, Johnny. I'm grateful to have shared the cabin with you. I would say the toughest part about this trip is leaving. I didn't want to leave. I felt like it was my new home. I adjusted too quickly. It felt like I could live here like this forever. But, you know, every trip has its destination. And the destination for us was just the end of the week. So when I was at the airport, obviously in Maine, I had to have my last lobster meal. One of my cabin mates spotted me like I was some kind of wild animal. But now that I'm home, you know, I've had time to reflect on the trip, and I'm just grateful to have had the opportunity to have gone. I definitely want to go back. It's just, you know, I'm gonna have to wait till I get my next check because I pretty much spent most of my budget on this trip. So I don't have money to just sign up again. But hopefully, if it doesn't sell out within the next month, I'll have enough money to secure my spot to return to the Origin Immersion Camp. As for the Jocko interview, that will be in a separate video, so look out for that. And if you plan on going or if you've gone before, comment down below and let me know. See you guys next time.